has always been a long-standing societal myth that only men commit crimes against women and the vulnerable, such as robbery, assault, rape, and murder. But at the Assault on Manhood show, we are under no illusion. We truly believe that there is equality amongst the genders in the commission of crimes. We give you now the ladies who love to assault men. This week on Assault on Manhood, we bring you the cases of the women who love to get revenge on their men by burning down their homes or their cars. Typically, before harm befalls a man in a committed relationship, he will never see it coming. If he is blinded by love, a pleasant phone call, plans to be made, and then, bam, Assault on Manhood. Hello, and welcome to this week's Assault on Manhood. This is a show where we give you stories about single women and wives who get arrested, tried in court, and imprisoned for injuring, maiming, or murdering their own men. In this show, being the aggressor is not a male thing, but an equal employment opportunity, and women are exercising that opportunity. Our first true story on this Arson edition of Assault on Manhood concerns a Great Falls, Minnesota woman who faces a multitude of felony charges for burning down a residence on the north side of Great Falls. Now, Miss Lynn Marie Parisian, 36 years of age, brick wall, has been charged with 1 count of arson on top of 7 counts of criminal endangerment, which are all felonies in that state. She is charged with this for setting a fire at 1915 6th Avenue North. Now, in the early morning hours with 4 people inside of the home at the time, so this is crazy. According to charging documents, Great Falls Fire Rescue and Great Falls Police were dispatched to the home just before 5 a.m. for reports of large flames and smoke. Now, the residents as well as those in the 2 adjacent houses were thankfully evacuated safely. Now, most unfortunate for the 4-legged animals of that home, 2 dogs were killed in a fire as the home was burned to the ground. One of the neighboring houses sustained damage to its roof, and a wall needed to be torn down. Surveillance footage from a neighboring home with a view of the front of 1915 6th Avenue North showed Lynn walking up to the home, which was the home of her boyfriend, right? Then multiple flashes of fire, and finally her quickly leaving the front of the house. So she wanted to get out of there. She was going to save herself. Let's move on. Our next Assault on Manhood case takes us to Ventura, California, where Mr. William Skinner, a 32-year-old man, called police around 8:30 a.m. on this particular Sunday morning, saying his ex-girlfriend, not current girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, Jacqueline Zavala Lopez, was in front of his house trying to break into his front window. Now, the 21-year-old woman was arrested after she set her ex-boyfriend's car on fire in Ventura, California. By the time officers responded to the home, Ms. Zavala had already fled the scene. Mr. Skinner received a text from Zavala while police were still there on site, telling him to check his vehicle, you see, because she set on fire, which was parked across the street. Now, Zavala Lopez had set the car on fire that the Ventura City Fire Department put out, but officials said the car was a total loss. Now, remember, in all these cases, this is these guys' cars, not the women's cars. Mr. Skinner informed the police that he believes Zavala Lopez would try to go back to Las Vegas where she lived as an escape. Subsequently, officers spotted Zavala Lopez near a Starbucks at Main and Chestnut Streets, where she was taken into custody without a struggle. I wonder why. Now, our next story comes to us from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, where a woman was charged with arson and setting her ex-boyfriend's car on fire, following an argument that they said the pair had. Now, police say they located surveillance video from a nearby apartment building showing 23-year-old Marion Farley Yawala approached the car in question just after midnight and dropped something through the passenger side window. Then the car bursting into flames moments later. Now, after investigators made contact with Mrs. Yawala, she had no choice but to admit soaking a shirt and lighter fluid, right? Lighting it on fire and throwing it into her ex-boyfriend's car. Always in these cases, not her car, somebody else's car, major damage. This is something she wanted to do to her own girlfriend. Now, our next female arsonist is a woman from Claremont, Florida, who was quoted as saying after she started a fire, "I wish he was dead." She had this to say after she intentionally tried to set her ex-boyfriend's home on fire. Not current boyfriend, ex-boyfriend. Deputies were called to a home on East Highland Avenue in Claremont just before 9 p.m. The male victim lives in a shed behind the home and told investigators that he saw flames at the entrance of the shed. The man was able to stamp out the flames. Now, they were coming from a burning curtain, and he saw Jackson, the female, running away from the fire. Investigators said they caught up with Jackson at a nearby store and questioned her about the fire. Jackson told deputies that she and the victim had been broken up for 4 days, and she had not been near the shed in some time, which was a lie. The 35-year-old was arrested and then unprovoked said, "I wish he would die. I wish he was dead." Good compliments from somebody said love you, right? Now eventually Jackson admitted to setting the curtain on fire. Now our next female arsonist of the day story is from a 37-year-old Springfield woman charged with hitting her boyfriend on the head with a liquor bottle, then setting his car on fire, 2 for the price of 1. Springfield police arrested LaShawanda Naylor of East Bay Terrace. She is charged with 2 counts of assault and battery and a dangerous weapon, and burning a motor vehicle. The fire was determined to be arson, and the city arson and bomb squad of police detectives started an investigation. The driver of the car had been hit in the head by a woman who then poured oil inside of the car and tossed fireworks into the back seat before leaving. So always damage and then the escape. Now the fireworks apparently ignited a fire that consumed the vehicle in total. The investigators identified Naylor as the assailant and obtained an arrest warrant for her. Now, we turn to Madison, Wisconsin, where a woman smashed out the window of a car her ex-boyfriend drives and then torched it on the south side of Madison. So always this ex, and always this such love. So police and fire crews responded to 2000 block of Greenway Cross about 5 p.m. on reports that a parked Chevy Impala was becoming engulfed in flames. Now, a witness told officers that a woman armed with a baseball bat had broken up the car's windows prior to dousing it with gas and setting it on fire. Another witness got the license plate of the suspect's vehicle, and Kelly S. Hayes, 34 years of age, after the wall of Madison, was later arrested on a tentative charges of arson and criminal damage to property. Now, Hayes had a past relationship with the man, was her ex-boyfriend, who drives the car, which was a total loss. Now, our next arson is a 26-year-old woman who hails from Fraser, Michigan. Authorities arrested a 26-year-old Fraser woman this week on an arson charge related to a Harrison Township vehicle fire. Now, Miss Sydney Parham was arraigned on a charge of third-degree arson after a video allegedly showed her dumping gasoline inside of a black Jeep at San Remo Apartments and setting it on fire. You might have seen this video on YouTube. Now, the blaze occurred in the parking lot of the apartment complex. Deputies were dispatched about 8 a.m. Wednesday to the San Remo Villa Apartments near Union Lake Road on reports of a vehicle fire and found a black Jeep fully engulfed in flames. This is from her ex-boyfriend, not her current boyfriend. Now, township firefighters responded and extinguished the blaze. In a now famous YouTube video taken on the scene, a black female is shown dumping gasoline in the backseat of the Jeep, right? Prior to leaning forward to throw a lit match. Wrong move. So she threw the lit match, the explosion, boom, threw her back into a nearby vehicle. Witnesses at the scene told responding firefighters and deputies that the woman in the video was Parham and that she was a former girlfriend of the owner of the vehicle. Not current girlfriend, former girlfriend. Dating crazies? I think so. So Miss Parham was pulled over in Rossville and taken into custody, where she was treated for minor cuts and burns to her face. She sustained an explosion. Parham was given a $20,000 personal recognizance bond prior to her next hearing, even though I would have let her out of jail. Now, and finally, our last and boldest arsonist is a Cecil County woman charged with arson after setting her own house on fire to spite her current boyfriend and another woman who lived in her home as renters. Now, at the end of this story, we have the actual cell phone film of her lighting the fire and watching it burn. The video shows that this woman sat in a lawn chair after setting her home on fire and watched the house become engulfed in flames. She then walks away casually while another person trapped inside the house screams for help. Bystanders later rescued that trapped occupant. Now, Gail Mitwale, 47 years of age, way beyond the wall, faces multiple arson-related charges, including first and second-degree attempted murder, first-degree arson, first-degree assault, malicious burning, malicious destruction of property, and reckless endangerment in the case, which can get her up to 70 years in jail. She says she was shocked that she could be charged with arson of her own home. So watch out when you get these great women in your life, and if it's an ex-girlfriend, I guess watch out if you're more. So, for Assault on Manhood, until we see you guys again, this is Charles Rivers. Thank you for watching. Here's the video.
Right now, she lit the fucking pot, watching the house go up in flames. Oh my god. I cannot actually believe my eyes.
477.
I cannot actually believe it. And she's sitting there just chilling, watching the house go up in flames. Oh my god. Oh my god. I actually can't believe this. And she's just chilling back. Like, yeah, I'm watching this shit go down. Oh my god. This is now turned into a serious thing. Get out of the house! It's on fire! Get out of the house! Hurry! Come on, hurry, grab your stuff!
In there.
No, I'm not here. Oh my god! That whole roof just fell. Oh my god, it's got worse. Oh my god, it's coming out the back. Heavy.
Oh, it's already coming out of the back.
Oh my god. It's getting big. Yo, Zach, where you at? We need you out here, man. You the firefighter.
You scream and you holler. That's all you got